New World Order, you underestimated the people. You took a gamble and you lost.
Okay, we don't like this. Okay, well then we're going to do this. And that is just how it's going to be.
Evidence brought to light that there is a corrupt officer, or that officer did shoot that kid on purpose.
I don't care how I look, I don't care how I sound, I don't care what the beat is. I just care the message gets across.
What's up, everyone? This is the Tin Man with the Resistance.
And I'm Lucid.
If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. And this is sort of a weekly report. We're not going to do any stories or anything. We're just going to jump into our main topic here, which is what? Don't do this to me.
Bunny rabbits?
I like rabbits.
No, for real, so guys, one of the reasons why we haven't been on doing the weekly report the last few weeks, last month, actually, it's been about 4 weeks now.
It's been kind of hit and miss.
Well, not just that, I had to have surgery. My appendix exploded, so I had to go have surgery, and I've been kind of on my ass since then. Plus, I got into a car accident a couple weeks after that. Just my luck's been really bad, and I've been kind of on hiatus and depressed and really angry at the world and the way God is allowing things to happen right now. But
speaking of explosions.
Yeah, speaking of explosions, we're actually going to hit the main topic of what happened yesterday, the attack in Paris. Has it been confirmed that it was ISIS? Has it been confirmed?
ISIS is claiming responsibility for it, yes.
Okay, so ISIS attacked Paris. There was a couple of places that they hit. I was watching some
mainly
of the
11th district.
Yeah, I was. Well, that's where the shootings were happening. Was right there in the 11th district. Last night, I was watching some of the actual live footage. I was over at a friend's house, and she just happened to have it on TV. And I guess they bombed a soccer stadium and a cafe. And while the live reportings were going on, I guess you can hear gunshots in the background. And I'm gonna let Tin Man take it from here on some points he wants to bring up, and we're just going to kind of banter back and forth on this. And then I have kind of a point to make in this too for all the United States citizens.
Well, I'll just cover the basic outline, and then I'll let you go into that, and then we can go back and forth with it. Basically, everybody pretty much knows what happened. They fucking bombing. Now everybody's all support Paris. But I find it funny that there was another terrorist attack in another country, and there's been no coverage of it whatsoever.
My problem with that is, dude, I don't care about other countries, okay? I mean, it's sad what happened in Paris, okay? And I agree with that. It fucking sucks that ISIS is attacking United States allies and, any other subsidiary type allies that the United States has right now to get at us as means of terrorism. And it sucks. But, we had the Boston Marathon bombing, we had the Sandy Hook shooting, we had numerous different accounts that ISIS has done here on American soil. And you know what?
And yet that crazy bitch has been all over the place at each and every one of these.
And I'll let you talk about that in a second. But my problem with this whole thing is that everybody in social media sites has changed their profile pictures, namely Facebook, has changed their profile pictures to a picture of themselves with the Paris flag behind it, saying pray for Paris. You know what? Where were the prayers for the fucking United States when shit went down in the Boston Marathon bombing or the Sandy Hook shooting? I mean, how come we're praying for these other countries, dude, and we're not even taking care of home first? This is fucking appalling, and it makes me sick to my stomach to see all these United States citizens praying for Paris when shit going down here in the United States is just as bad, just as rough as over there because of ISIS. Yet, nobody's praying for the United States. You know what I mean? We have an asshole in fucking office right now. Nobody's praying for the United States. We have assholes running for fucking presidency. Nobody's praying for the United States.
Well, in defense to that, Paris did have our back and show a great deal of sympathy and support on 9/11.
And I'm not.
So let's not wholly knock.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't support our allies and our friends, dude. I'm not saying don't do that. But when something happens locally in our country, and you guys don't even bat a fucking eye, but because a soccer game got interrupted by a fucking bomb, you guys are fucking all tears and prayers for everybody else. But what about us?
Goal!
What about us, people?
Sorry, had to do it.
It appalls me.
Well, being that we are the Worldwide Resistance Network, it's not just about America. We all need to band together.
Where do we live, Chris? Where do we live? In America. Where do 3/4 of our resistance members live? In America. Where do 95%, if not more, probably in my case 99% of our friends live? In America. Okay? We live in America. We don't live in fucking Paris. We don't live in fucking Syria. We don't live in Israel. You know? And yeah, it's sad. I agree. It's fucked up. And I do say pray for them. But when something goes down here in the United States, you gotta pray for ourselves too. Because we have just as much, if not more, fucked up shit going on than in these other fucking countries.
Yeah. But my thing is, being that we are the Worldwide Resistance Network, we have allies and supporters all over the globe. I mean, shit, my ex-Louise from Scotland. I mean, we've got supporters all over the fucking world here. And this problem isn't just a United States problem. It's not just a Paris problem. It's not just a
I understand
Russia or
that. That's not what I'm getting
at. It's a global epidemic.
That's not what I'm getting at, though. What I'm getting at is everybody's all tears and fucking up in arms about these other countries. Where's our fucking support? Where the fuck is our support? Where's our prayers? You know what I mean? How come nobody fucking gets up in arms about the fucking attacks going on here? You know, you don't see people posting pictures with the American flag behind them when the Sandy Hook shit went down, or when the Boston Marathon fucking bombing went down. People didn't get up in arms about that.
Yeah. Oh, I can't say whether it did or it didn't.
You interrupt a fucking Frenchman's soccer game, and we gotta fucking, you know, we gotta go, fucking deliver freedom.
Do you think this is a pretext to invade France?
France is our allies, dude. That's never going to be a thing.
But like the United States sending over aid to the French government?
No, but I think it's a way of promoting war. Definitely.
Well, it's kind of fucked up considering the United States created ISIS. So it's not surprising that ISIS is attacking American allies. But, you know, even countries that aren't our allies. You know, where's the fucking media coverage for any of these other terrorist attacks?
We need to stop.
There was another terrorist attack.
We need to stop calling them ISIS. We need to stop calling them ISIS like the United States has nothing to do with them. We're bombing ourselves. We're bombing our friends. We are... the United States government is directly responsible for ISIS. Directly. It's been proven.
Yeah.
Several people in even mainstream media and non-mainstream media outlets have affirmed this. That we are directly responsible. And these are people in our governmental system that are directly responsible for ISIS.
Yeah, they're CIA agents.
Yeah. Directly responsible for ISIS.
Yeah, they created ISIS. It's not even like we created a group of Muslim extremists. It's CIA operatives, United States operatives, dressed as fucking Muslims and shit to orchestrate these attacks.
Yep.
I was reading something earlier. Remember that news reporter that was captured by ISIS and held prisoner for over a year?
Right.
Well, they had an interview with him recently, and they asked this guy if these Muslim extremists were, in fact, Muslims. And he said, these motherfuckers don't even have a copy of the Quran.
It's because they're not Muslim extremists.
Yeah, they're all government-funded terrorism. And it's a global epidemic, and it's just going to keep getting worse and worse until we fucking do something about it. You know, I'm all for praying and showing support, but damn it, something needs to be done. Prayer isn't enough. You know what? I firmly believe that God answers prayers, but He often answers, and more often than not, answers our prayers through other people. So we need to take action. If we want prayers to be answered, we got to be the ones to answer these fucking prayers. We need to put a stop to government-funded terrorism. We need to stop to these corrupt politicians and globalist elite who are perpetrating this shit.
Yeah, but when you have those
end.
hardworking people who are actually perpetrating the shit, all the other people are on fucking lunch breaks. Fucking taking a lunch. Let's just take a lunch. Fuck it. You know, ISIS is about to fucking bomb Syria. Oh, let's take a lunch. Fuck it. We'll see what happens when we come back from our lunch break. You know what I mean? ISIS is gonna bomb fucking Paris. It's about time for my lunch break. I'll be back in 2 hours.
That's something I want to bring up too. We've been hearing about the inevitable terrorist attack on France for the better part of a week. ISIS has been declaring this. We're going to bomb France. We're going to attack France. We're going to attack France. Why didn't you fucking do anything about it? Fuck!
You know, it's funny that we could be labeled terrorists and be arrested and taken into custody and probably our lives fucked up forever just by saying I'm going to kick your fucking ass. That's terrorist threats right there. Here in the United States, that is terrorist threats.
Yep.
And the thing about it is that ISIS is sitting here, we're going to kick your ass, we're going to kick your ass, we're going to kick your ass, and nobody's doing a goddamn thing about it.
Thing is, one thing I do find funny, Anonymous has been fighting and exposing ISIS for a long time now. And right before this terrorist attack happened, Facebook takes down an anti-ISIS Anonymous page.
For the better part of 3 days before the Paris attack even happened. And then miraculously, from my understanding, their page is back up. With no other explanation other than these posts and this page does not, adhere to Facebook term and agreements.
Didn't Facebook say that they were pro-anti-terrorism and that they wanted to prevent terrorist activity and recruiting from going on their network?
Yep.
And Anonymous has been a big contributor and helper in preventing this shit and exposing it, and then they get shut down by Facebook. Seems like they're not very anti-terrorism to me. In fact, seems like they fucking helped them out. Did them a huge fucking solid. Takes down Anonymous's page for 3 fucking days
prior. And the day of. And then, all of a sudden, their page is back up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's back up yet. Is it back up?
That's, according to my understanding, what I've heard and read.
I have not heard anything about the page being back up. I know that the group admins were banned for 3 days, and that the page itself was taken down. I do not know if it's back up. And Facebook and their public relations department has refused to comment on the situation.
Because they had something to do with it.
Yeah, they fucked up. Whether intentionally or not, they fucked up. They're like, I don't want to answer to this one. I don't want light shining my way. I'm in trouble. Gotta love the incompetence.
You're fucking strange.
And?
You're just fucking strange.
What's your point? I wear it proudly. I'm a fucking goofball, but you know what? Everybody loves me, for the most part.
Except this person, that person, this person, that person. I think you have more enemies than friends, don't you?
No, I've got quite a few friends. I've got a few enemies, but...
Can you count your enemies on one hand?
I don't want to give away that list. I don't want to give away that list.
Why not? Maybe somebody could take care of some of them for you.
Yeah, but then then the government will watch this video, and then when something happens to those people, they're going to be, oh, Chris told them to do it. Hi, Mr. FBI agent.
I'm surprised they haven't knocked on our fucking door yet. Some of the shit you say.
Yeah, well, everything I say is within legal bounds, and I make sure not to shoot myself in the foot. I'm very careful about what I say and how I say it.
Well, that whole Obama fucking thing, dude, was kind of harsh. That was kind of extreme, dude. You were like a little over the fence line on that one.
Yeah, but I clarified it. Did I not?
Yeah, but that's not
I
to say that.
stated my position and why I had that position, and I gave the actual definition and my standpoint as to why. And it was a valid point. It wasn't even remotely racist. It was stating a fact. Okay? Fact by way of definition. A lot of people didn't like it. I don't care. I'm not here to kiss people's ass. I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm here to tell the fucking truth and lay it out exactly how it is. The truth isn't pretty, and if you don't like it, well, wake the fuck up. Okay? I don't like being woken up in the morning any more than anybody else does, but you know what? We all got to do it. And especially given circumstances of the way shit is in the world, people need to wake the fuck up. And I won't apologize for being the rude-ass alarm clock that comes screaming in your fucking ear. I will never apologize for that.
Agreed. I will never apologize for anything that I have an opinion about either. But the fact of the matter remains, though, is that, you know, whether people are awake to this shit or not, they need to be.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I mean? Like,
need to be, and shit needs to be done about it.
right.
Something needs to be done. The Rothschilds and the rest of the 13 or 15 families, or however many families there are, need to be fucking dealt with. These corrupt politicians that are serving the elitists need to be dealt with. These government-created organizations such as ISIS and the Taliban and so forth need to be dealt with. And who else is going to deal with it but the people? And if the people aren't willing to act, then they deserve whatever they fucking get. If they're not going to fucking act. You know, we go to these fucking protests. We go to the Million Mask March. We do this. We do that. What's that getting us? Okay, yeah, it's waking up a handful of people here and there, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's not even doing
But
that
where's
anymore.
the real action? Egypt, their citizens took fucking action. They overthrew their government. They said, enough is enough. We're opening a can of fucking whoop ass. And that's what needs to happen here. That's what needs to happen everywhere.
We've already done that. I mean, we've already had the Revolutionary War, dude. I mean, we've already been there, done that. Not saying that it doesn't need to happen again, but, you know.
It does. It does need to happen again. Something needs to change. If your government is corrupt and
it is by way of the Constitution that is not only your responsibility but your duty as an American
to overthrow
your government.
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to get at. Do your job as a fucking American. Okay? I'm more than happy to go to the front lines with you. Just fucking get it going. Get the ball rolling, you know? We could talk about it all fucking day and night. But until we decide that we're actually gonna do it!
Anyway, let's discuss this severely unlucky bitch. You know, this has got to be about the fucking either the stupidest motherfucker or the most unluckiest motherfucker on the face of the planet.
Well, she's obviously...
Or a false flag.
She's obviously a false flag actor. Obviously. I'm wondering if maybe she might be playing some part in these terrorist attacks directly. Because obviously nobody's that unlucky. I'm sorry.
I don't know, I'm pretty unlucky.
You know, bad shit happens to us, but you know what? Not to the level this bitch has been getting. She is present for every terrorist attack, every bombing, every shooting.
I have a question too.
Every time somebody jerks off, it's right on her face.
How many different husbands and how many different families does she have too? And have you noticed that, like, in some of the pictures, her daughter's next to her, and then in another picture, she got a husband, and then Another picture, she got another husband and another son or something like that. Like, how many families does this bitch have? Is she Mormon?
Ow!
Sorry, Doug. I had to. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
That's brutal.
I'm just playing.
Maybe it's not the same woman. Maybe it's a clone. They're all clones, man.
Saint Star Wars, brother.
Yeah. They're cloning false flag actors.
Just staging them in different spots of the world, and when it's time...
Yeah, I was like, here, let's clone them and we'll put one in every fucking city of the world.
Right.
That way, it'll be there.
And then when they all run into each other at some point in time, because you know it's bound to happen.
That's an interesting family reunion.
Like that one movie we saw, the one about the time traveler dude.
You mean Go Fuck Yourself?
Yeah, Go Fuck Yourself or whatever.
What is the name of that movie again?
I forget. It's like the time traveler or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he travels back in time to hook himself up with his even younger self so that he can conceive himself, only to later kill himself. Hence the title I gave it, Go Fuck Yourself. Because that's exactly what happened.
It was kind of a cool movie, but, I mean, if that's the level we're playing on with these clones and shit like that, then, yeah.
There's so many avenues I could go here. So many.
These fucking noise-making ass motherfuckers out front here, dude. This is like the 5th time today. Go rev your fucking engine somewhere else.
Right? I'm gonna take his bike apart while he's sleeping.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking shoot him with paintballs next time he runs through. Airsoft, dude. I'm just gonna perch up on the fucking roof, dude, and just start pegging him with shit.
Yeah. Maybe that's why people don't come fuck with us, because they know we're armed and dangerous. Fuck with us. We go smashy.
Anyway, I mean, I don't really have much more to say on this matter, but I mean, I just don't understand fully the concept of the way Americans think. It's like, it's okay to be bombed on your own home turf, but the second something happens in American Idol, we all flip shit! It's fucking ridiculous. You know, it's...
Yeah, a car bomb goes off in the Middle East and nobody bats an eye. But some shit, a few hundred people die in Paris and everybody loses their mind!
Right.
What was it, like several thousand people died in a recent terrorist attack in the Middle East or something? A bombing of some sort?
Yeah, like
2,000 people died?
Like,
nobody fucking
like
gave a
1,700
shit.
people or something.
But a few hundred people in Paris died. And everybody's going batshit crazy. It's like that fucking Starbucks cup thing. What the fuck? Who gives a shit? It's like fucking cup. Oh, we're attacking Christmas. Motherfucker, Christmas is nothing. It is a pagan holiday wearing a mask of Christianity. Fucking do your research. Learn something, for crying out loud. All these perceptions of reality and you don't even know which end is up. Fucking A. It drives me insane. People fight over the stupidest fucking shit. Yet where it really fucking matters and when we really need to get down and handle shit, nobody wants to do anything. They're too busy with their fucking American Idol and their fucking fantasy football and Starbucks cups to fucking be worried about executing real change in the world.
Right.
Fucking dumb motherfuckers.
Dumb fucky.
You stupid motherfucker. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that it's time to stop talking about it and just fucking do it? Enough with the fucking protests. Enough with talking about it. Let's fucking do it. Let's go fucking storm Rothschild Castle. Fucking lynch mob shit. You know, if the authorities and the governments aren't gonna fucking do anything about it, it's up to the people to make change. Fucking rip Obama out of the fucking White House. Fucking put that motherfucker on trial. Do what they did in fucking Dark Knight Rises. Put these corrupt motherfuckers on trial. trial by the people for the people. You don't need fucking judges. You don't need DAs and all this shit. You want fucking justice? Fucking make justice happen. Hey, there's more of us than there are of them. Fucking do something about it. You've got the fucking numbers. You'd be fucking like ants swarming on a fucking bug. And yet people won't move. And I do not understand.
I've been saying that same exact thing for fucking years now, dude. Like, if you want to, like, if you have a problem with the government or something like that, I mean, how many people are in the government? I mean, even optimally speaking, dude, you got maybe 1 million people, okay, working for the government at any given time. And I'm not talking military, I'm talking just government officials. You got maybe 1 million people, and that's like shooting big.
Yeah, that's just government officials. That's not military. That's
right.
Not even police or fucking FBI.
Right. I'm just saying governmental officials. So we'll say the number's 1 million. Okay. How many more people in the United States are there than 1 million? How many people are in the United States?
I think a couple billion.
Yeah, like 3 billion, right? Or 4 billion?
Something like that. I mean, there's 7 billion people on the planet, and all the people working in these various government agencies, even just on a global standpoint,
it's like almost 3 billion.
Probably at most 10 to 15% of the human population, if
right.
that.
Right. So you take that and you add up the other 85% of the human population. We got 85% to 15%. Numbers alone will fuck shit up. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even have to have weapons. We wouldn't even have to have weapons. We could go with our bare fucking fists and our clothes on. Yeah, a lot of us would probably fucking die, but we can go with our bare fists and some clothes on and go handle business if we really wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, look what they did in Egypt. Fucking took shit, and even their own military helped them do it. Enough military on our end has fucking woken up and been like, hey, we're done with this shit.
Military personnel stopped accepting medals and awards from the war in Iraq because they know that it's wrong what was going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's obvious that our military would more than likely have our back if we stepped up. You know, motherfuckers in the South, every motherfucker down there has a fucking gun.
Right.
I used to live in the South. We fucking used to make rounds for fun. I was being taught that shit at 6 years old. So, you know those motherfuckers can get the job done alone. And in the rest of the country, plus our military backing us, hello, Mr. President. How you doing today? Ready for trial?
Yeah, I'm just sick of the inaction. I'm sick of the way that we react to shit happening overseas when we should be reacting to the way shit's happening here.
Yeah. Even if you want to act in regards to something that's happening overseas, fucking get up and make change. Don't sit there, oh, let's pray for Paris, let's pray for Israel, let's pray for Palestine. Enough prayer. More action. Okay? God answers prayer through other people. Be the change. Be the fucking miracle, okay? Just be something other than a mouth. Okay? I get involved all the fucking time in everything. I'm always getting directly involved in shit. Yeah, you see me on videos, but what people aren't seeing is what I'm doing behind the scenes. I'm fucking getting out there. I'm fucking handling business like a motherfucker. You've seen that, dude. You've seen me fucking op after op after op after op.
Yeah, well, I know that we were the last op that I was directly involved in. I don't know if you've done anything since then, but was Operation Human Angels. That's just since we lived here. That was just this year.
Yeah,
and you know, it wasn't anything big, but it was definitely something to change people's perspective. And
Yeah, just even a small thing. Fucking make a small change. I mean,
even
I'm not
if you're
saying-
even if you're just going up to somebody and saying, "Hey, look, you're cared for. You are cared for. People love you. God loves you." You know what I mean? You are not forgotten. So don't take it that way. That can make all the difference in somebody's life.
yeah, exactly. And we're not saying that we don't support Paris or feel their pain, because we do. Like Lucid has said, we face this shit all the fucking time with the Sandy Hook shooting, Boston Marathon bombing, all that shit. We feel it.
9/11,
Yeah, we sympathize with what you guys are going through. You're getting fucked by the globalists, just like we are. And we sympathize with you. But people, enough with this Facebook pray for Paris shit. Fucking do something.
I mean,
Do
pray.
something to help make these people's lives better. Fight the New World Order. End these bombings and these false flags once and for all.
And I'm not saying not to pray for Paris, and I'm not saying not to pray for these other countries that are having issues. Okay? Definitely pray for them. It definitely helps. But when something goes down locally in our own country, and you're not doing anything you're not praying for our country, you're spending all this time praying for everybody else, just like our government is not doing anything for our country, but doing everything for everybody else, it's starting to hurt us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Shit needs to change, guys.
definitely.
We're not doing any commercials. We're not doing any of this ridiculous shit. It's pure and simple. The message is clear. That's all we really have to say on this matter. Until next time, I'm the Tin Man.
And I'm Lucid.
If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. Now fucking do something!